Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Around the Table GTA. This episode is more of a wellness episode, right? I'm just making this episode to see how everybody's doing. It's coming to that time of year where a lot of people are excited, but a lot of people don't realize how alone other people could be. Christmas is around the corner. Everyone's getting excited. The weather is changing. The seasons are changing. And this is a major time for a lot of people. Some people are caught up with getting presents for people, trying to make ends meet in that sense, while other people are realizing, how alone they are, that they aren't surrounded with as much people as they thought they would be. This episode is just hoping that everybody is doing well, and just a reminder that even though you might think that no one cares about you, people do care about you, and people tend to appreciate you more when you're gone, or when you've disappeared, or that kind of impact you made in their life kind of disappears, and they might be checking up on you, or they might have not checked up on you because their life is as hectic as yours. That's a quote that I love, that every person's life is as complex or even more complex as yourself, right? So it's hard to judge people when you start thinking like that, but at the same time, everyone views their problems as a priority because it's affecting them the most, right? They have to deal with it day in and day out, and it's something to think about. It's something to kind of reflect on, especially with how the economy is going. At least where I am, inflation is happening a lot, so that basically means the prices of everything is going up, and with the prices of everything going up, and the wages not really changing much, especially if you're a person who works hourly, or if you're a person who got their first job, or someone who works part-time, and maybe you just recently moved out. It's kind of hard to make ends meet. And another reason why I thought of this episode was I was talking to someone recently, and they're kind of very annoyed about how everyone was reacting to how they were acting, and people were worrying too much about them, and they just want to live their life. It's kind of like that rebellious stage, but they don't kind of realize that what they do or what they're doing is also affecting those people around them, and that's a genuine concern. When no one cares about you, if you disappear off the planet, the face of the world, whatever, no one's going to come looking for you. No one's going to be concerned, right? Some people feel that smothering, right? It is smothering to an extent, especially if it's all the time, or, if you have parents who are overprotective, where you're 1 minute late, they're calling you, or you're gone for a day, they're calling you, you're a little bit late after work, they're calling you. That means they care, right? They care a lot, and they might even care a little bit too much. But there's a lot of people, well, I wouldn't say a lot of people, but there's people in this world where no one cares about them that much, or no one's really looking out for them, or they've been in a situation where they don't trust anybody, or they live abroad where no one can really check up on them, right? I think the biggest step to freedom is when you do move out and live on your own, whether it's the scenario of your life, or it's you going to college and having your first experience outside, or even when you go on vacation and you're away from everyone for a while. It kind of makes you think about your absence and how it affects people in your life, or you're just enjoying your vacation, but when someone is looking out for you, they are wishing you well, right? And they just want the best for you too. So sometimes, take it easy. if someone's bugging you a little bit too much, it's because they care about you. Whether they say it directly, whether they don't know how to express that feeling, um, whether they're obsessed with you in a sense, right? It just means that they care. And not a lot of people have that. I keep saying not a lot, but I think that's just me taking the pessimism of the internet. But it's good to have a shoulder to lean on, a crutch to help you when you're stumbling, a foundation to hold you up when things might not be too great, or things might not seem so certain, especially with what we've been dealing with for the past couple of years. We don't know what certainty is as it was before, right? There's children growing up not knowing that there was a time where you could go to school without masks, right? Or just even the over sanitization of everything too, where people are scared to have their kids with other kids, right? People are still scared to give someone that they care about a hug because they live in a different household and they might be sick, right? We kind of forget how valuable these things are, or things are in general, until we kind of lose it. So try to embrace something positive today. After watching this, message someone you haven't seen in a while, or you haven't heard from, or someone you like, and just be like, hey, I was just checking up on you, or hey, I just forgot to let you know that I love you, or something like that. Do something to put a smile on someone's day today, because as the weather changes, as time changes, as life goes on, we tend to lose more and more people. I've talked about this in a recent episode, and it's something that kind of sticks with us, right? And I've even seen some people post it online where, they're cutting out friends or no new friends. And my circle's tight at quoting Drake about, they're cutting off their circle or minimizing their circle, and they're finding peace. Uh, yeah, there's peace to being alone, but there is a great amount of joy being together, and that's why people tend to try to be together. That's why people stay in crazy relationships. That's why people could get rejected 100 times, and the 101 time they meet the person of their dreams, and that just brings a new joy in their life after getting shot down for so much of their time in their life, right? So this episode, once again, is to let you know that, you do matter. And if you don't matter to anyone else, you should at least matter to yourself. And if you still think that you don't matter, no one cares about you, you're wrong. There's at least one person. And that person might not be that vocal about it, but at your funeral, they'll probably be crying, hoping that they could have done more. Yeah, I hope that your holiday season is great. I hope that you have some New Year's resolutions. Maybe I'll do an episode on that. And things that you want to get done. Having those goals ahead of time to kind of just help you be in a positive mindset, in the sense that you're looking forward to something. And I think that's the biggest thing. One of the biggest things in life is to always have something that you're looking forward to. Like, I was online today, and one of my future guests and also a longtime friend got his Instagram hacked, and it took him 8 years to build the following. 8 years to get up to 15K being an independent artist, and someone hacked him, right? And that's 8 years of work, right? Life hits you in different ways at different times, and you have to be able to adapt. We're trying to help him out, trying to get his account back, and we'll see what happens. But if he can't get his account back, he has to start from scratch, right? And hopefully his fan base, friends, family can be there to support him. And if not, you know, he still has to do something if he wants to continue, right? Yeah, life could kind of be like a game over screen at times, but you always have the option to continue or not to continue. So I hope you continue and continue to watch and listen to my podcast as well. And I'll catch you guys at another time.